I leave this world behind me, to another I will go. And if there are no pipes in heaven, I'll be going down below. If friends in time be severed, someday we will meet again. I'll return to leave you never, be a piper to the end. This has been a day to die for. Now the day is almost done. Up above, a quiet seabird turns to face the setting sun. Now the evening dove is calling, and all the hills are burning red. And before the night comes falling, clouds are lined with golden thread. We'll watch the fires together, shed a quarters for a while, walk the dusty roads together, came so many miles. This has been a day to die on. Now the day is almost done. Hear the pipes will lay beside me, silent with the battle drum. If friends in time be severed, someday we will meet again. I'll return to leave you never, be a piper to the end.
Thus begins our musical journey across the Pennines, the backbone of England, as we go from Ravensglass to Newcastle upon Tyne and Wallsend. Whether you're walking or riding, the music that we're going to play today is designed to support you and teach you a little bit about the area that you're going, as well as entertain you while you're doing it. We're going to feature and lean heavily on regional music, particularly that out of Newcastle upon Tyne, but we're going to introduce other artists as well, just to make it interesting and to keep it entertaining. So let's begin with Bill Nelson and Bebop Deluxe track called Adventures in a Yorkshire Landscape, where you can sonically listen panoramically as you fly across the hills of northern England.
Bridges and rivers and buildings pulled down, time spent in places my footsteps had found. Mirrors in ballrooms lie smashed on the ground, walking with November mists. Pathways and windows and movies in May, quiet old ladies will soon pass away. Paintings and songs that I've done in a day, going round in my head. Fires on spires and chimneys of black, fields on horizons with pylons that crack. The singing sad wires for council house mystics to apply their statistics and read the tea leaves. Time knows no limits for days such as these.
A central element of the journey as we go across this panoramic landscape of beauty and history are the rivers, including on the west coast the Esk and the Eden, and on the east coast the River Tyne.
Hey, hippie, get a haircut. I hasn't here for you, but I'm up. The river flows, it flows to the sea. Wherever that river goes, that's where I want to be. Flow, river, flow. Let your waters wash down. Take me from this road to some other town. All they wanted was to be free, and that's the way it turned out to be. Flow, river, flow. Let your waters wash down. Take me from this road to some other town. flow to the sea.
Now there's really two ways to do this. One is on bicycle and the other is on foot.
place I've never been before. This is a long walk home, a beautiful feeling like I've never known. This is a long walk home.
I know I'll never be the same again. I hope I still remember you. Above it all, I know our love will transcend. On my long walk home, no more places that I need to be. This is a long walk home. No more people trying to get at me. This is the long walk home. Whatever will be, my friend. No more fences on that line to mend. It's the only debt I've never paid, but I owe. This is the long walk home. This is the long walk home. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like. You say black, I say white. You say bar, I say bite. You say shark, I say him. And Jaws was never my scene, and I don't like Star Wars. You say Rose, I say Royce. You say God, give me a choice. You say Lord, I say Christ. I don't believe in Peter Pan, Frankenstein, or Superman. All I wanna do is bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Races are coming your way, so forget all your duties. Oh yeah. Red bottom girls, they'll be riding today, so look out for those beauties. Oh yeah. On your marks, get set, go! Bicycle race, bicycle race, bicycle race. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, 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 bicycle. I want a bicycle race. You say Coke, I say Kane. You say John, I say Wayne. Hot dog, I say Cooler Man. I don't want to be the president of America. You say Smile, I say Cheese. Cartier, I say Please. Income tax, I say Jesus. I don't want to be a candidate for Vietnam or Watergate, 'cause all I want to do is bicycle, yeah. Bicycle, yeah. Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle. Come on, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
So for those of you that are going to ride a bicycle, and we started in Ravensglass, you're going to have a decision to make as you head north along the coastline. You can either go out to Bowness on Solway, or you can take the shortcut. Here's a couple of songs that help remind us of that.
pretty boy named Dan had a pool who could run the fastest to wet Miss Lucy's hand. Now Dan had all the money, and he also had the looks. But Shorty must have had that something, boys, that can be found in books. Cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. That's what Miss Lucy said. Cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. You know it's you that I wanna wed. Oh. Wait a minute. Now Dan had been in training about a week before the race. He made up his mind, old Shorty would end in second place. You know Dan with his long legs flying, he left Shorty far behind. Shorty heard him holler out, Miss Lucy, that you'll soon be mine. Cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. That's what Miss Lucy said. Cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. It's you that I wanna wed. Get on up here. But Shorty wasn't worried. There was a smile upon his face, 'cause old Lucy had fixed the race. And just like that old story about the turtle and the hare, you know that thing. When Dan crossed over the finish line, he found Shorty waiting there. Cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. That's what Miss Lucy said. Won't you cut across, Shorty, Shorty, cut across. You know that you that I wanna wed. It's you that I wanna wed. No. And my love, it's you I wanna wed.
move towards Newcastle upon Tyne, generally speaking, people born in that area are known as Geordies. And there's kind of an interesting aspect of Geordies is they sing in pubs. And there's a couple of songs that historically have been indicative, representative of that culture.
I went to Blaydon Races. 'Twas on the 9th of June, 1862 on a summer's afternoon. I took the bus from Byrds and she was heavy laden, and away we went along Conwood Street that's on the road to Blaydon. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There was lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. We flew past Armstrong's factory and up to the Robin a day. Just gone down the railway bridge, the bus wheel flew off there. The lasses lost their crinolines and the veils as hide their faces. I got 2 black eyes and a broken nose, gone into Blaydon Races. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. But them as had their noses broke, they went back our again. Some went to the dispensary, and some to Dr. Gibbs, and some to the infirmary to mend their broken ribs. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There was lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. When we got to Paradise, there was Bonniegam begun. There was 420 on the bus, man, how they danced and sung. They called on me to sing a song, and I sang on Paddy Fagan. I danced a jig and I swung me twig on the day we went to Blaydon. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There was lots of lads and lassies there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. We flew across the Tyne Bridge, we'd into Blaydon Toon. The bellman he was calling there, they called him Jackie Broon. I seen him talking to some chaps, and then he was persuading to gan and see Geordie Ridley show at the Mechanics' Hall at Blaydon. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There was lots of lads and lassies there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. The rain it poured down all the day and made the ground quite muddy. Coffee Johnny had a white hat on, they were shouting, we stole goody. There was spice stalls and monkey shows, and hard wives selling ciders, and a chap with a halfpenny roundabout shouting, now me lads for riders. Oh, me lads, you should have seen was gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lassies there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races.
Now I'm most depressed and sad. When I once was blithe and glad, I could trip about the town, both trim and neatly. I was happy night and morn, but of all such joys I'm shorn, since I fell so deep in love with Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes with Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. I've never seen such a lass, and I know she liked a glass. She could toss a pot of whiskey over sweetly. Well, it's a right to take your drop if you know just when to stop. That's just the very way with Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes with Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. How I felt, I don't know. The first time I Sally saw, in a threesome reel, she hopped about so lately, and I might have had a chance if I'd asked her up to dance, but I was shy to speak to Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes from Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. And so, as often is the case, you'll find others in your place if you didn't show the heat and fettle Wheatley. For I'd scarcely turned me back when there was Mr. Black. He was jigging round the room with Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes with Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. Well, he must have made it right when he said I am that night. After work, dressed up, he goes to see her neatly. There's great danger in delay, or I wouldn't be sad today. If I had a heart, I'd break it for Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes from Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. So I'm most depressed and sad, when I once was blithe and glad. I could trip about the town, both trim and neatly. I was happy night and morn, but of all such joys I'm shorn, since I fell so deep in love with Sally Wheatley. And oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally's taken me heart away completely, and I'll never get it back, 'cause she comes from Mr. Black, and they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley. I they say he's gone to marry Sally Wheatley.
An eye-opening experience for me was being taken to see Jack the Lad at the Mayfair Ballroom in the Christmas time of 1975. I'd never seen anything like it. Here are these guys in mining helmets with shovels, dancing in circles, singing folk music. It was pretty different, let's put it that way, for a 15-year-old kid that wants to rock and roll. but it was eye-opening. Now, Jack the Lad was a band that came out of an earlier band called Lindisfarne, which is in reference to Holy Island, which is up near Bamborough along the North Sea coast. And so Lindisfarne had a couple of hits. They were a homegrown bunch of guys, and they had hits like this.
Sitting in a sleazy snack bar, sucking sickly sausage rolls. Slipping down slowly, slipping down sideways, think I'll sign off the door. 'Cause the fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. Could a copper catch a crooked coffin maker? Could a copper comprehend that a crooked coffin maker's just an undertaker who undertakes to be your friend? And the fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. Tell the truth tomorrow, today will take its time to tell you what tonight will bring. Presently we'll have a pint or two together, everybody do their thing. We can swing together, we can have a wee-wee, we can have a wet on the wall. If someone slips a whisper that it's simple, sister, slap them down and slap it on their smalls. 'Cause the fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine.
Hey, Mr. Dreams, hello, where have you been? Tell me, have you dreams I can see? I came along just to bring you this song. Can you spare one dream for me? You won't have met me, and you'll soon forget, so don't mind me talking at your sleep. I'm asking you if I can fix a rendezvous, for your dreams are all I believe. Meet me on the corner.
A band from the area that was active when I was living in Newcastle, which was between 1975-76 and 80-81, was a band called Splinter. And interestingly enough, they had a couple of hits. One was called Coast to Finetown, and they had a close relationship with George Harrison. But here's the track that I prefer from the record, Halfway There. And you'll notice it's going to sing about songs and cities in Durham.
Cold and dark this evening, walking on together. We got miles to go yet, but we're still only halfway there. Stars above to guide us, miles and miles. She wasn't free. Signs that say you've been there, long white lines to follow, bright blue skies. I said that sun is in your eyes, but you're still only halfway there. Hitch your ride outside Durham, takes you straight into Leeds. See a girl you know, you must let her go. Told you that she wasn't free. Signs that say you've been there, long white lines to follow, bright blue skies. I said that sun is in your eyes, but you're still only halfway there. Bright blue skies, I said that sun is in your eyes, but you're still only halfway. Still only halfway. Still only halfway. Still only halfway there. Still only halfway. Still only halfway. Still only halfway there. Still only halfway. Still only halfway. Still only halfway there.
So as you traverse England along the northern border, you're going to go from Carlisle to Newcastle. And there's a bunch of hills. They're called the Pennines, and they're also known as the backbone of England. And you're going to go across those as the Romans did when they built Hadrian's Wall back in the 1st century. Well, there's two pretty famous artists out of the Newcastle area that we're going to listen to a lot during the show because they capture the sense of Northumberland and Northern England often in the music, in addition to having massive hits that have nothing to do with Newcastle. But it's Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits and Sting from The Police. They both grew up in the area, and in this instance, they both sing about the hills on the border. That's a track from Sting. And then Mark Knopfler will sing about the border reivers, or the people that would cross the border to essentially, I think, commit crimes and then run and hide. It's a great song.
Oh, the hills on the border, about this time of the year, when the mists seem to gather in the valley of your fears, and you walk through that valley as day turns to night. Is there something in the shadow or the failing of the light? I was walking home last evening when perhaps I should have ran from a darkening of shadows in the shape of a man. It said, talk to me, stranger, or may I call you brother? Let us make our way together from this place to another. I don't carry any weapon, I don't carry any staff, but I'll carry half your burden till your journey's cut in half. Let me share of your burden, the lifetime you will carve, and the gravestone that you carry will be your burden half. He sat down by the roadside as the mist they gathered round, takes some cards from his pocket that he spreads upon the ground. He said, this card is a woman you will love but not possess, and this card's a man you'll murder but you'll never confess. I don't carry any weapon, I don't carry any staff, but I carry half your burden till your journey's cut in half. Let me share of your burden, this lifetime you will carve, and the gravestone that you carry will be your burden half. I said, why should I trust you, or the cards that you have thrown? I don't know you from the devil, and this burden is my own. He said, I have the gift of secrets from my father, little brother. Let us make our way together from this world to another. Oh, the hills on the border, about this time of the year, when the mists seem to gather in the valley of your fears, and you walk through that valley, your coat around your ears, as you walk to the borders from the valley of your fears. As you walk to the borders from the valley of your fears, as you walk to the borders from the valley of your fears.
Southern bound from Glasgow town, she's shining in the sun. My Scotston lassie on a border run. We're whistling down the hillsides and tearing up the climbs. I'm just a thiever, stealing time in the border Reiver. 300,000 on the clock and plenty more to go. Crash box and leave her, she needs a healing toe. She's not too cold in winter, but she cooks me in the heat. I'm a 6-foot driver, but she can't adjust the seat in the border Reiver. Sure as the sunrise, that's what they say about the Albion. Sure as the sunrise, that's what they say about the Albion. She's an Albion, she's an Albion. Don't worry me, my paperwork's alright. You can't touch me, I got my sleep last night. It's knocking out a living wage in 1969. I'm just a thiever, stealing time in the border Reiver. Sure as the sunrise, that's what they say about the Albion. Sure as the sunrise, that's what they say about the Albion. She's an Albion, she's an Albion.